Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone? They're like the kings of action movies in Hollywood. Oh, and let's not forget, they're also quite successful businessmen who really know how to live up and enjoy their wealth and all the good things in life. Have you ever wondered who has better life? Let's find out. Did you know that Sylvester Stallone owns a really nice house in Beverly Hills, California? Oh wow, this famous property was actually built back in 1994 by some of the absolute best architects and builders in the whole world. This place is amazing. It's got 6 acres of land and it's located in a gated neighborhood where a lot of famous people live. It's definitely the perfect place for Stallone to find the peace he needs in his everyday life. In every room, you'll find things remind you of the actor's most famous roles, especially his biggest hit. The house is filled with pictures, awards, and even statues of Rocky Balboa that are big as he is. If you take a peek around Stallone's house, you'll notice some cool stuff like a pool table and a gorgeous piano in the living room. It gives you a good sense of what he enjoys doing. Oh, and there's also this cool, upscale bar with fancy drinks. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell to stay updated on our daily videos. They've got the movie room too with super comfy seats. He watches his own movies there anytime he wants. You know what's really cool about this property? Most of the rooms have these huge windows that let in so much natural light and offer an amazing view of the hills. It really adds to the value of the place. Wow, the outside of the place looks absolutely stunning. It's a gorgeous green yard, a fancy golf course, and an amazing infinity pool that even has a statue of Rocky Balboa. Hey, guess what? Sylvester Stallone's house is up for sale. The cool part is it's going for $110 million. So if you've been dreaming of owning his place, now's your chance. So get this, it was originally listed for a whopping $110 million. But guess what? They just lowered the price to a cool $85 million. Talk about sweet deal? Stallone actually bought a house in Palm Beach, Florida last year. You won't believe it, this super pricey area is home to some seriously famous millionaires. We're talking about big names like Donald Trump, John Lennon, and Tony Robbins. And get this, they even live here with their families. Can you imagine? Sylvester Stallone has a house on a massive 37-acre lot. It's situated in such a lovely spot with a breathtaking view of a beautiful pond. When you walk into the living room, you'll notice these huge windows that go from the floor all the way up to the ceiling. They let in so much light, it's really nice. The outside of the house sounds amazing. It has these gorgeous green spaces, a stunning swimming pool, and even a whirlpool right next to the lake. Stallone had to spend a ton of money to buy this house. Hey, did you hear about the news? Apparently, the star had to cough up a whopping $34,300,000. Can you believe it? Arnold used up all his money buying places to live until he married Maria Shriver in 2003. He lived in a house in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood of Los Angeles, California for a whopping 17 years. Wow, this house sounds amazing. It's situated on a big lot and has a stunning outdoor pool, a charming small lake, and even a tennis court. Arnold has been using the tennis court as a hobby for quite a while now. The furniture inside the house is older, but it's really beautiful. It has a more traditional style. The rooms are really bright because the walls are white and the floors are made of beautiful marble. Did you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger had this massive home with a whopping 9 super nice rooms? Back in the day, it was more than enough space for his entire family. I've read some news stories about that mansion. They mentioned that the previous owner, Dennis Watson, actually listed it for sale back in 2011. Can you believe he was asking for at least $23,500,000? Quite a hefty price tag, don't you think? You can actually get an idea of how much this house costs from this. Arnold Schwarzenegger actually lives in the same city as well. But get this, his home is even fancier than the one we're talking about earlier. Oh, he lives in a gated neighborhood in Brentwood. That's actually one of the most exclusive and expensive parts of Los Angeles at the moment. Arnold was always hosting people at his gorgeous and cozy home where he loves spending time with them. Oh, let me tell you about the outdoor area. It's absolutely fantastic. There's a swimming pool where he can kick back and relax whenever he feels like it. And guess what? There's also a tennis court from him to enjoy some friendly matches. Plus, there's plenty of beautiful nature surrounding the place, which he seems to really love. It's just perfect, even his big pets, like his beloved Lulu Juventa, his dog Dutch, and his pony Whiskey, are just like family to him. But inside, it's got a rustic vibe, lots of wooden stuff like his fancy office. You know what's interesting? Schwarzenegger actually has this quirky habit of using useless things as decoration to make his house looks nice. Can you believe it? And get this, he's got statues of himself all over the place. It's like he's his own biggest fan or something. We can say for sure how much he paid for his massive house, but there are other mansions in the same area that go over $30 million. It's interesting to see that both stars have their own luxurious mansion, considering the prices. Looks like Sylvester Stallone has come out on top this time. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are big fans of cars. They've been spotted cruising around in some really fancy rides. Oh, you know Stallone, right? Well, he's been spotted cruising around in various cars, including the Chevrolet Camaro, which costs around $30,000. 1932, hey there! Have you heard about the Highboy Hot Rod? It's a pretty cool car. $53,000, oh, the Chevrolet C3 Corvette. It's such a classic and iconic car. I spent $60,000 on Ford Mustang GT for a whopping $73,000. It's pretty amazing what you can do with that kind of budget. Hey, I found a Mercedes-Benz CLK 55 AMG for $80,000. Oh, are you referring to the Volkswagen Phaeton? It's really interesting concept car that Volkswagen showcased a while back. It combines $90,000, the Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG. It's such a fantastic car, isn't it? The power and performance it offers are truly impressive. $150,000? Oh, the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, that's quite a powerful and luxurious vehicle. $150,000. Wow, the Bentley Continental GTC is priced at $200,000. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG, that's pretty impressive car. $220,000. Wow, that's a quite price tag. The Countach Lamborghini and Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano are both amazing cars. The Countach is priced at $244,000, while the Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano costs $300,000. Can you get yourself a Cadillac Scarlet for $400,000? Wow, did you know there's a Rolls-Royce Phantom that costs $450,000? And get this, there's even a car that costs whopping $3 million. Can you believe it? Bugatti Veyron has a pretty big collection. They even had the Dodge Challenger SRT 870 in their lineup. You can get yourself a Bentley Arnage for $80,000. Have you heard about the Mercedes Excalibur? It's going for $90,000. Did you know that in Saudi Arabia, you can buy a Hummer H1 for $130,000? That's pretty expensive. Interestingly, you could actually buy a Tesla Roadster for the same price as they cost $145,000 each. Quite a difference, right? So the price of a Bentley Continental GTC is either $200,000 or $210,000. Sylvester Stallone and Arnold both own a Bugatti Veyron. It's worth a whopping $3 million. Oh, but let me tell you, Schwarzenegger's M47 patent tank is hands down his coolest car. Protected truck that weighs a whopping 50 tons and is about the size of a football field. It's truly something to behold. You know, it's pretty crazy to think that regular people can't just keep one tank in their yard. But hey, when it comes to the Terminator, it seems like there's nothing he can't do. Oh, we don't have the exact price of these cars since they do not offer sale. However, we do know that Arnold had to shell around $20,000 to bring them all the way from Austria to the United States. I guess we can say that Arnold wins this round because of that little toy. It looks like Arnold really enjoys spending his money on watches. You won't believe what he did when he was governor of California and had to travel all the time. He bought something super expensive. Yeah, there are some people who think he got a private jet, a Gulfstream 3. It's pretty spacious business jet that can accumulate up to 19 people. Let me tell you, it was super comfortable for everyone on board. If you want to experience all of this comfort, you'll have to shell out a hefty sum of around $35 million. Oh, Stallone isn't too far behind. Instead of buying these goods, he actually prefers to rent them. The paparazzi have actually caught our favorite Hollywood star chilling on these massive yachts. And let me tell you, it caused a quite stir because he looks absolutely amazing for his age. Have you seen the Benetti 115 Classic? It's absolutely stunning. And guess what? It's actually one of Stallone's toys. Wow, this boat is actually stunning. It can easily accommodate up to 10 people, so there's plenty of space for everyone to relax and enjoy themselves. Wow, that boat is absolutely stunning. It got some incredible features that you'd typically only find on a yacht of this size. For example, there's a luxurious hot whirlpool tub and even a modern bathroom located outside. In the watch business, the store might have to shell out an extra $100,000 just to rent the boat for a week if he wants to experience all of this luxury. You know, Stallone has really made a name for himself as a big watch collector over the past 30 years. People really think he's one of the most influential figures in the watch collecting world. In his movies, he actually wears these watches that makes people go, "Wow, I want one too." It's pretty awesome because it helps these brands that weren't really popular before get noticed by more people. The watches he wears are seriously top-notch and super pricey, but let me tell you, the one Sylvester Stallone rock takes the price to a whole new level. Oh, here's an interesting tidbit. Did you know that a Richard Mille RM032TO watch, which was really used in the movie The Expendables 3, really got sold in an auction for $200,000? The RM5901 Tourbillon from Richard Mille is priced at a whopping $816,500, and Johan Blake's work was only made in 50 copies. The Richard Mille RM2501 is a special edition watch that was created as a tribute to the Richard Mille RM5201. Only 30 of these watches were made, and one of them recently sold for a whopping $137,500. So basically, since both of them have all these fancy luxuries and spend money without thinking twice, we could totally call them millionaires. Not only are they amazing actors, but they're also really wealthy businessmen. Sylvester Stallone has always had a keen interest in business, just like many others do. Oh cool, so back in 1980, he actually had this company called Tiger Eye. They were all about promoting boxing and even hired world champions. Today, he's the proud owner of Balboa Productions, a film production business that allows him to earn more money from his own independent films, in addition to his regular salary from production companies. The studio is really busy these days. They've got a bunch of exciting projects in the work that are going to rake in a ton of cash. Oh, there are some great movies coming up. We've got Creed 2, Rambo 5, The Expendables 4, and a bunch of others. Can't wait to see them all. Arnold has always been a fan of running his own business. He mentioned that he actually made his first million when he was 25 years old. He did it by buying old real estate, fixing it up, and then selling it for a much higher price than what he initially paid for it. He's still really into real estate even to this day. So, when he was filling out the forms to run for governor, it turned out that he has investment in over 100 companies, a lot of which are in the real estate market. Oh, did you know that the actor has also invested a ton of money into Arnold Sports Festival? It's this awesome event that takes place every year and features a bunch of different sports like bodybuilding and strongman trials. There are plenty of sponsors who are excited to invest a significant amount of money into the event. Arnold is one who organized the event, and I've heard that it's considered the biggest multi-sport fair in the world. Did you know that it actually rakes in over $54 million in just one weekend? We actually don't have much information about how much money each actor makes from their business, so I guess we can call it a tie for both these famous guys. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone have made a ton of money in their lives. Both of them got so much attention for their amazing movies. It's crazy how similar their careers were, right? Stallone totally nailed it with Rocky movies, and Arnold totally crushed it with the Terminator movies. They both made a ton of money, and once they became Stallone, they raked even more cash. Stallone received a whopping $3.5 million for Rocky 3, a cool $12 million for Rocky, a staggering $416 million for Rambo, and a mere $20,000 for Driven. Quite the range of paychecks. Arnold managed to get a whooping $3.5 million from shady sources for Terminator 2, so The Last Action Hero brought $15 million, while the Terminator 3 managed to make $35 million. I heard that Arnold and Stallone supposedly have the same total net worth, which is like a whooping $400 million. Can you believe it? In the end, both Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger ended up with 4 points. Guess it's a tie. That's it for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post videos every week, so stay notified. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the following video.